Right, well, the HBL Pakistan Super League Season 9 rolls into match number 26 today. We're back in Karachi, the City of Lights. And it's the hometown heroes, Karachi Kings, taking on the Lahore Qalandars in absolutely one must-win battle for them today. Well, what a pleasure to have you back here at the City of Lights, the pitchside studio. It's a beautiful night for a game of cricket, and what a contest we have to look forward to today. It really is do or die for Karachi Kings. They have to win to stay in contention for the playoffs. And to chat through all of the action, of course, I've got Waqar Younis, but for the very first time, Michael Clark, former Australian captain of all formats. Welcome for the first time to Pakistan. What took you so long?
I know. Thank you. Nice to be here.
Aussies here, right?
Yeah, I feel comfortable sitting right here. I feel like I'm at home. Thank you for having me. My first time to Pakistan. All those years, all those matches against Pakistan, but we played in the UAE or in Australia. So it's nice to be here, and thank you everybody for having me.
Waqar, you didn't want to face those fast bowlers in home territory. You've obviously played a lot against Pakistan in the UAE and around the world, but you know, what memories have you got of facing this incredible national
Thank God
side?
I never had to face him. Thank God. I am lucky. Look, so many fond memories. Pakistan always seemed to produce talent, and I think it's no different now.
Yeah.
So to get the chance to come to a tournament like this and see some of their superstars on show, it's a real honour to be here. And I think we see it in world cricket now. They are always competing with the best. Come to Australia recently and they were brilliant, so it's nice to be in their country.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here, and what a time for you to arrive, because we're really getting to the pointy end of the competition at the moment. You know, Waqar Younis, you've been with us the entire time, and as we take a little look at the points table, we can see our two sides in action today, right down the bottom. Karachi, though, they are still in with a chance. They have to win, and they have to win these last two matches at a minimum.
Yeah, first and all, Clarky, welcome, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
I hope you have a good time here. And yeah, Karachi have got a slight chance. I wouldn't say that they've got a big chance, but they're going to start winning. They win 2 games, and then they hope that the other teams, one of them, they loses all their games, and then they can sneak in the top 4, which is very much alive, I think. Lahore Qalandars gone. They're gone. They can spoil the party by winning these games tonight, which they probably look to do. So game is on. It's not that it's a complete dead rubber. Yeah,
game on for sure. A little bit earlier, of course, we had the toss of the coin out in the middle with our 2 captains, officiated by the lovely Aruj Mumtaz. Shah Massood, he won that toss, and he's elected to field first today in what truly is a must-win match for them. So a lot of pressure on the side to try and rectify some of the wrongs that have gone for them so far in this tournament, which means Lahore Qalandars batting first. Playing 11, Waqar Younis, there's a couple of changes for them as well. Saeed Sada Farhan and Rasi Fandadusan are out. Abdullah Shafiq and Tahir Beg are back in.
Yeah, they're looking to give opportunities to the other players also, which is really, really good. And this is, 2-time champions. The last 2 seasons they were right at the top. Now they're just struggling to get the momentum going. So they would like to finish the game on high, and on paper, when you look at it, you still feel that this team should have been in the top 2, if not the top team. So they will look to produce good results tonight.
Yeah, plenty of talent. They'll be certainly hoping they can gel today and get a win over their arch rivals Karachi Kings. They're playing 11. 2 changes for them as well. A big out, Michael Clark, is Mir Hamza. He has an injury. He's just at the last second failed to make that playing 11. Mohammad Nawaz has been dropped. In comes Anwar Ali and Arafat Minas.
Yeah, in a big game. Again, I think the other thing about if you can make it qualify for the finals, you want momentum. You want to be playing your best cricket as well. So very important. I think the likes of Vince, the experience of Malik, and Kieran Pollard, who has played pretty well throughout this tournament so far. I think those 3 particularly, when you're under pressure and you want some momentum, I reckon you've got to rely heavily on your senior players.
Oh, there he is, getting up close and personal. I mean, how many games of cricket have you played against this man here? He's still going.
Oh, I can't. So that's what I was saying to him there. I'm saying, what are you doing still playing? And he said, I'm either playing or I'm wearing the suit like you. So smart man. But he was talking about how much he's loved playing here, how much he loves and enjoys the 2020 circuit, and you can't blame him. He had a stellar career for West Indies, and now he's got the luxury to pick and choose what tournaments he wants to play around the world, and he loves being here.
Well, he's a part of a side that has really failed to gel consistently, Waqar, and what do you think has been the biggest problem with the consistency of form for them this season?
No, I think big man's been carrying all the burden. He's the only one who's been getting runs and showing some sort of skills out there. The others have struggled. If you look at the strike rates, they're not really clicking up top. And Shan Masood, when your leader is not really scoring runs, it becomes very, very difficult. And not only that he is not scoring runs, he is slowing things down. And I think they need to think on that. They won the toss now. They'll probably have the target in front, and then they can move on from there. So it's the top order which has been a big problem.
A lot of dot balls at the start of their innings. I think that's the key. I know we expect boundaries all the time in this format, but I think strike rotation. If you're not hitting boundaries, you've got to be rotating the strike.
And we're going to talk about strike rates because Shoaib Malik, obviously an incredible player for such a long period of time, but we haven't seen the best of him yet this season, Waqar.
Look, normally when he goes out in the middle, around about 10 overs, then he feels more comfortable. But he's been going out there, you know, in the power play even in the first couple of overs. So that makes a big difference. He's definitely a finisher, but the thing is, at this stage, because others around him not really giving him that, you know, the comfort, the platform he's looked for, that's why the team's just going downward.
And we talk about Lahore Qalandars as well, a team that, as back-to-back defending champions, you were crazy to think that they're in this position where they've only won one game so far. We look at their team, Michael, and the team that made the final the last couple of years, it's a very different looking playing 11. And we know we talk about Rashid Khan, he's not a part this year, but to build a team around a person, it seems that they've really missed having his ability to take wickets, but also, you know, put the pressure on it and the dot ball.
I think what someone like Rashid Khan does is he certainly looks after one end. So a batter needs to make a decision. Am I going to just go easy and not take too many risks so I don't get out to Rashid Khan? But if you do that, then you've got to double up the other end. You've probably got to go harder against the other bowler from the other end. So that's what someone like that player does. And I think in 2020 cricket, one individual player can make such a significant change to a team, and we've seen that this season. And
one player that has so often made a difference for Lahore Qalandars is, of course, Shaheen Afridi. We haven't seen him be as effective as we're used to seeing him with the new ball. But what have you made of his performances this season, Waqar?
I think the reason is the same, which just Clarky said. The Rashid Khan middle overs, because he put so much pressure on the batters in the middle over, so they have to attack someone else. And the previous years, it was Shaheen, Haris, when they looked to attack them, and they were good bowlers. I mean, they're out of form a little bit, but they did not, you know, learned that, okay, Rashid is not there, how are we going to manage this? How are we going to take wickets? And they were still trying to attack, too much attack, and nowadays, you know, Clarky, you know, batters are so good, they're so strong, they don't let you off the hook.
Yeah, and especially on pitches like this. Even looking at that surface, it looks like another belter. So I think, again, bowlers tonight, you'll see they've got to use change of pace. I think even though we think when the ball's really hard, the quicks have got to let it fly, but we're not seeing much swing at the moment. So I think we'll see a lot of change of pace again tonight.
Our fireworks are sure to ensue. It's the derby. It's Karachi Kings taking on Lahore Qalandars. One thing's for sure, fireworks are about to explode. So stick with us. First ball on the other side of a very short break.